Hello everyone, my name is Jeros James G. Bandalon. In this video, we are going to talk about modular arithmetic. So let's begin. Here we have the notation for congruence. A is congruent to R mod n. This sign is not an equals. It is called a congruence or a congruent, while mod is a short term for modulo. Then we have here the formula to find if this notation is a congruent or not. The formula is a minus r divide n is equals to q. Q being an integer. So if q is an integer, then it is congruent, even if the integer is negative. If not, it is not a congruent. So let us start with the first given problem. 9 is congruent to 6 modulo 3. Now we will need to use the formula. A minus r divide n is equivalent to q. To find out if this statement is congruent or not, let us begin. As we can see in the notation, 9 is a, r is 6, and n is 3. So based on the formula, we will subtract a and r, which is 9 and 6, equals to 3. Then we will divide it to n, which is 3. So we get the answer 1. And since 1 is an integer, then it is a congruent. Now let's proceed to the next one. 5 is congruent to 7 mod 9. Then let's use the formula. 5 minus 7 is equals negative 2. Then we'll divide it to 9. And since we cannot simplify it anymore, it is the answer. And since it is not an integer, then 5 is congruent to 7 mod 9 is not a congruent.
Wow!
Next is 20 is congruent to negative 15 mod 10. Then let's use the formula. 20 minus negative 15 divide 10. Since we are subtracting a positive number to a negative number, the simplest way to do this is to simply add both of the numbers. So 20 minus negative 15 will be 20 plus 15. So 20 plus 15 equals 35. Then we're gonna divide it to 10. And still we can simplify this into a mixed number. So all we have to do is copy the denominator, which is 10. Then how many 10 can we have in 35? So 3. Then how much remainder do we have left? 5. So the mixed number is 3 5/10. And since a mixed number is not an integer, then 20 is congruent to negative 15 mod 10 is not a congruent. On to the next problem. Negative 17 is congruent to negative 7 mod 27. Then let's proceed to answer using the formula. Negative 17 minus negative 7 divide 27 are subtracting two negative numbers. All we have to do is subtract them and keep the negative sign. So negative 17 minus negative 7 will be negative 17 minus 7 equals to negative 10. Then we copy 27, and since we cannot simplify it anymore, then it is the answer. And since it is not an integer, then negative 17 is congruent to negative 7 mod 27 is not a congruent. Now for the last problem. 4 times 10 is congruent to 8 mod 16. Now let's use the formula. But first we need to get the value of a, which is the product of 4 times 10, which is equivalent to 40. So a is 40. 40 minus 8 divide 16 is equivalent to 32 divide 16. And 32 divide 16 is equivalent to 2. And since 2 is an integer, then 4 times 10 is congruent to 8 mod 16, or simply 40 is congruent to 8 mod 16 is a congruent. Now that's all for me, so thank you for watching and have a nice day.
You didn't have to cut me off.